I welcome you guys to the Make IT Simple YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain about a concept in React which we are using on daily basis. The prerequisite for the video is knowledge about React and hooks. So assuming that you are somewhat familiar with React hooks. You all know about ReactJS. It's an open source JavaScript library that is used for building some user interfaces specifically for single page applications. And also it will help us to create a reusable components, so there might be a lot of chances for communication that happen between the components to transfer the data or to share the data from one component to another component. Usually in React, what we've seen is like passing the data from parent to child using the props, or even child to parent using callback function or emit events. But now we'll see about how a child component function is invoked from parent component with the help of hooks. For calling the child component function from parent component function hooks, we are using forwardref and useImperativeHandle. Now let's briefly explain about what are they, how they are used, and most important question is like how we are going to use them. Let's see. Forwardref is nothing but it will create such a component with the ref attribute, and it will forward down to the another component in the hierarchy. That's it. In simple terms, I can say like it's just create a React component with ref attribute, and whenever it is received from the parent component, and it will traverse towards the another component down in the hierarchy. That's it. Like in the shown in the picture, right? From the parent component, the child component will create with the forward ref component. If it receives the ref attribute, and it will send that to the down the hierarchy. That's it. And the syntax will be like this one only in the image. So it has two arguments. One is props and another one is ref, and it will return the React code. That's it. And next one is like the demo. This is how we will be having the demo. Like I have my parent component, and inside the child component I have my function called show alert. Now I want to use this show alert method in my parent component. Means I will be creating my child component with help of forward ref, and I will be using useImperativeHandle in my show alert function. This useImperativeHandle is nothing but it will customize our function. Like it will, whatever the function we will be exposing to parent component, it will be customize that value. That's it. If you are using useImperativeHandle without the forward ref, it will throw an error. And by using the useRef from the parent component, you can be able to access the child component function. Let's see how we will be creating a parent component and child component through the demo. For the demo, I already created a sample project, and this is I created a project with create React app, and here from the index.js this app will be called, and this app will be called as my parent component. And in my parent component I have my child component, color component, and this is I created for my demo purpose. So inside that, what I did is like I just have some component. I just use some external component and external library and all, so you don't need to worry about it. And this is my parent component. I executed this application, and it's running successfully over here, and you can able to see here. Now let's see how to make use of that forward ref and useImperativeHandle over here. And inside this parent component, I just creating a button, and the button name is click here, and I'm just creating a function on click equal to, I'm just make use of callback function, arrow function. That's it. If I refresh it, I have my button over here and doesn't do anything. Now inside the color component, that is my child component, what I'm doing is like I want to make this as a forward ref component. So what I'm doing is like I'll be making use of the property here, forward ref, and then useImperativeHandle over here. That's it. And as I showed in the image, right, I want to create the component with the help of forward ref. So I'm just copying this forward ref, and this has to create a component with this, and it will accept two parameters. I'm just making use of this. So it accepts two parameters as I showed in the syntax. So one is props and one other one is ref. That's it. And this forward ref will create a component with props and ref, and I want to expose some function. So I can make use of useImperativeHandle. So I installed the extensions. So I have the snippet over here. The first comp is ref. The second, I want to expose some function, show alert, and the method which will return is like just alert function, alert of hi. That's it. And it is a function, so I need to round it with the braces. Okay, and that's it. And I don't want this third variable over here, third object. That's it. And what we did is like we created this child component with the help of forwardref, and we expose the function with the use of useImperativeHandle. And again, if you are refreshing it, it's thrown error. That's it. We refresh the screen. Yeah, if I'm clicking here, it doesn't do anything because we didn't call that function. To call the function of child component, what we have to do is like we need to make use of useRef over here. So I'll be calling the useRef from this here, and I'll be creating one component, one object over here for the child component. So that one is constant, making use of child component equal to useRef of, making as null as the initial one. That's it. And I have exposed that ref attribute, right? So I'll be passing this one to the ref attribute, to the child component ref, this one. That's it. So it will be passed for child component. Now with the help of this ref object, what you have to do is like I'll be accessing the methods from the child components. So here on click child component dot current dot show alert. This is the method which you are exposed in child component. I'm just saving it. Now we'll try to run this. We'll execute over here. Now if I click here, see this function is getting executed from a parent component itself. And here we have the props, right? So we can make use of these props also by passing the values in the older ways, like passing with the properties values, like data equal to, I'm just passing this value as testing. I'm saving it, and I can make use of that object over here, like plus, and the object name is props dot data. That's it. If I refresh it, and if I click here again, see like it's showing like eye testing. So by this using forwardref and useImperativeHandle, you can call a function which is written in the child component from the parent component. So what this useRef will do is like it is a mutable object, so it will have the current property, and by using the current property you can access this method anywhere in your component. So by using this use forwardref and useImperativeHandle, you can able to access the child component function from the parent component. If you have any doubts on implementing this, just add it in the comment section. I'll be very happy to help you guys. Thanks for watching my video. Have a good day.